Your role is a transformational position. We all know that change is difficult. How do you affect change? How do you evangelize? How do you get people to embrace the iterative approach and some of the challenges that come with the digital, transformation, doing the baby steps?
For me, that's a personal struggle. Again, generating excitement is one thing, but also taking them on the journey with you. Look, I know things look bad for you today. It's not the state you want to be on. You want to say, trust me, we're going to get there, right? But trust is earned. And so part of it has to be chipping away at first and developing and delivering a solution that does make an impact. And then it's selling that story. Finding that champion within the business organization, you can say, look, it was painful, but we got there, and now here's where I am at the end. If you have the benefit of an organizational change management group within your company, those folks are so helpful in really packaging the messaging, helping you with communication plans and communication strategies, having a timeline for those communications, right? I can't communicate too early lest I generate more interest than I'm prepared to receive in terms of demand on the back end. And so it's a constant balance. But I think finding those champions within your organization really makes the biggest difference. They sell your story for you. They can also disrupt your story if you didn't deliver for them, right? So really having a very open exchange with them, but having a plan, right? Having, just as you would plan out any project, you have to plan out those communications. You have to make sure that folks know what you're doing. Whether it be, training drops that you do, it can be posters or emails. On this side, I guess posters don't really matter in a pandemic right now. But being able to, if you have an internal portal for communication, posting little stories, having those champions communicate the story for you and really partnering well with them, to me makes the biggest amount of difference. Me standing up there telling everybody how great it's going to be when I get down my path in 2 years and deliver you something is not going to be effective. So small wins, lots of champions, lots of well-placed communications definitely help with that.
Yeah, it's quite a challenge. What impact does legacy systems and legacy technology have on your journey?
Oof. Legacy is
a challenge for everybody. I mean, it's
yeah.
huge.
Well, I'm in a very interesting position. We have grown through acquisition. And a lot of times the desire for the growth and the ROI that's going to bring leaves us with a lot of technical debt. And we're left with systems that are still maintained maybe by the acquired organization. And now you have to figure out how to integrate them. I don't have an easy answer for that one. I wish I could tell you that all you got to do is X, Y, and Z. But, I think that to me, the first step that I always try to take is at least documenting where you are, making sure that you've cataloged it, where the problems lie so that you know how to start addressing them. And then in each and every project, how do you start to chip away at that technical debt? How do you start to chip away at the legacy footprint that's out there? Obviously, having champions within the organization, right? Having a strong leader within IT as your partner who's willing to say, we need to get rid of this one, or no, this one has to stay, right? So really understanding what's going to happen there will also drive that strategy. The legacy data is important. Legacy systems are hard. Finding people who understand those legacy systems, we call them our source owners, right? So our application source owners have to become our partners in this. We have to be on the same path as they are. If they're planning to retire something, we need to know. So either we can grab that data or we can turn off, feeds from those systems. But I don't think there's an easy answer on legacy. We're trying right now to go through a data lineage exercise. And some of the systems, I probably shouldn't use a Grey's Anatomy reference here, but I'm going to. They always talk about those tumors, right? And they like wrap around your spinal cord and into your brain stem. And legacy systems start to do that too. People started sending data everywhere, or a piece or a part here or there. And now our projects are made that much more difficult because we have to unwind. Okay, we unwind this piece here, and then I unwind this piece over there. And so they can finally extract where is the actual legacy data and how many places did it get sent to. I mean, it's a huge challenge with not one simple solution.
It sure is. No, I think that was a very honest answer, because everybody I talk to has that challenge. And, if we could start.
Find somebody with that answer, send them my way, because I would love to talk to them.
You mentioned ROI, which, that's critical for any project or effort. Some of the initiatives within data analytics might not have a direct impact on the bottom line. How do you attribute ROI when it's not real clear cut?
That's a hard question to answer. I'm going to go back to our business champions, because I think it's not for IT to really define where that value is going to come in, but rather the person who's requested the project or requested the solution, and really going on the journey with them to say, what are you going to get out of this? And how do you want to quantify it? How do you define this? And I can't go out there and say that because I've delivered this dashboard, you're going to not require 3 people in your organization, because I don't know if they're taking people out of their organization or not. It's not for me to decide. And so it's a partnered conversation. And, I've been in organizations where IT is expected to decide what that value and the ROI is, and they put that into the project request. But the ones where it's more successful is where the business drives that for you. Now, my ROI could come in that maybe I reduce technical debt, I get rid of a legacy system, I don't have to pay a licensing subscription anymore, so I can give some hard dollars to it. But those soft dollar savings are best driven, in my opinion, from those business leaders.